The National Autistic Society defines autism as a lifelong developmental disability that is considered to impact an individual's ability to communicate and interact with others. Autism, or autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a condition that affects how a person thinks, interacts with others, and experiences the world around them. People with autism may have a different way of learning, communicating, or behaving compared to others. It is called a spectrum because it includes a wide range of abilities and challenges. Some people with autism might have difficulty speaking or understanding social cues, while others may have special talents or interests. In recent times, there has been a shift in how people understand and talk about autism. Autism has the potential to be viewed differently depending on cultural context, and this necessitates the need for a better understanding of how autism is constructed in communities from diverse backgrounds. There are gaps in the knowledge of how the culture and beliefs of culturally diverse children diagnosed with autism impact their health and educational needs.
Samin is my first, firstborn child. So definitely it's very excited. And it just a new journey started, how he's going to be born, or, is he going to be okay? But definitely the most was the happiness. Definitely it was a dream come true. I did not even know what was the autism is. He was acting differently. His behavior was, he was very hyper. He was climbing, he was on giving a good eye contact. So people from outside, they realized because they have their children, but me and my husband really did not know it was different. But when we used to take him out or used to take him to people's house, we just realized that he was a little bit different than others. He was not really playing with the children. He wasn't sitting one place. He was like, trying to play with the things that he shouldn't be playing with. He should be really playing with the toys. But he was very active. And so I think that time we slowly realized that, probably his development, and he was hyper. But like I said, we did not know until doctor told us that Samin has got autism. When he was 2.5 years old, then we had the confirmed diagnosis that Samin has got autism and severe learning disabilities. I still did not know what was autism when doctor told me. So only thing I remembered, because it was me and Samin went, my husband went to work. Like I said, that we really did not know, so we didn't take it seriously. We were not very much, worried about it. So doctor told me when they had the board meeting, like all the specialists were there. So one of the specialists came to me and just says, everything will be fine if you just give him, go in the right direction, just give him good therapy, or regularly come and visit us. We will direct you to the right way.
Do you want some? Yes, please.
We're very lucky because my father-in-law is a doctor, and he had a friend who is a pediatrician and who is a specialist with autism. Samin wasn't developing, like he wasn't doing the right things the children should do, but he was something doing different. I think so, because he was under the observation, it's not like they wanted to tell us straight away. So they visited us, we went to see them, and one point, like I said, that we did not want to accept, or we didn't know what the autism is. The only thing I remember when they said everything would be fine if you go in the right direction, and if he has a proper therapy and all this. And I only remember that part, everything would be fine. That's the word, that's the sentence I brought it home when I used to take him to play scheme and meeting other parents. It's all came through the social worker, all came through the doctors, all came through the So I didn't have to work really hard. I was very lucky. I was very lucky for me to have all this support from the specialist. And then slowly I realized that what is the autism is. I did not want to talk about it with other people. I don't think my husband also did talk about it with other people. So we kind of like didn't want to accept that fact that no, he has got autism, and what is the autism is and how it's going to affect his life. So yeah, for parents, I know it's hard. It's definitely hard because I have experienced that. My husband has experienced that. I would say that, um, just, you know, for your own child, have a better future, have a improvement quite quickly, just take the child to a doctor and just tell them what you are thinking. Most of the time, we parents think about our emotions rather than we actually think about the children future, because it's definitely a fast hit for us, and um, we, we kind of like get lost. We don't really know what to do. So with the right direction, with the right support, I'm sure the parents can take the right decision. দেখি এখানে, হ্যাঁ, একটু, হ্যাঁ, good. তাড়াতাড়ি শেষ করে ফেলো, আমাদের কিন্তু যেতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? What he used to do is like play with the, like he used to spinning. He used to get anything, he will just spinning them or doing the straight line. So he used to like start at the line from one corner and finish it on another corner. He used to like do it with anything like spoons or cars or toys, dolls, anything, whatever he used to have. He will just, he used to do that. And then he used to go to kitchen, he used to get all the lid out from the cupboard, and he used to spin them. So he never really sit down and watch TV. So that's something also, the children, they like to, like rhymes, they like to copy them, they like to, but Samin really did not do all this stuff. We have to change few things to make his communication better, and social interaction to, improve his social interaction. So with this support, and the first they have sent me to the mother support group, parent support group. So I have learned so much from them. They were my really big strength. Because most of the parents there were experienced. So they used to tell me how I need to start doing things with my son. So first we focused on Samin's like sitting habit. We couldn't force him because he was so active, and he did not like us to force him. But slowly, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, with his favorite, the subjects, anything he liked, we used to play with that. And then communication, that was a huge matters, because he used to pull our hand. He used to like pull us if he wanted something, like wanted to water, wanted to eat something, because he couldn't, if he could reach them, he would have done it by himself. But if he couldn't reach it, he would have pulled our hand, and then he would like not pointing at it, he would like standing there or like make different noises. So we had to learn, we had to really start the communication, how to communicate. If he wants something, he has to ask, but how? Because he didn't have any speech, and he still doesn't talk. But that time we actually needed to teach him how to communicate. If he wanted something, he has to communicate with us proper way. So that's why the pack started. So we used to take a picture in the house, and we used to like tell, we ask someone that, please show which one you want. Like he used to take the picture, the things he wanted, quite familiar in the house, and then he used to give it to us. That where the communications developed. And I would say that it took us lots of time, patience, but once he learned, I think that was the brilliant, that's the big achievement, I would say. And then social, social development. He didn't like to go out, he didn't like to play with other children. And even if he went, he was living in his own world. He didn't want to play with other children. So there slowly we had to find way of teaching him that. Also he used to misbehave, like spitting, or like hitting, or if he didn't like something. So we had to teach him how he has to behave. We had to find a reward for him, that if you behave this way, then we are going to award you with his favorite toys or his favorite food, something like that. Our children definitely need a routine. If they get confused, and definitely they get frustrated. So because we cannot give them too much words, especially I cannot give some in too many words, then he get confused, and his confused make him very aggressive. So it's better to give him 1 or 2 words and have a routine, like today when I ask Samin that today I had to tell Samin you are coming, so in advance it's like a telling him in advance the story, that you are coming, what is. So we need a routine, like in the wake up in the morning, go to toilet, there's like a picture there. So it's everything has to be routine. If anything change, he needs to be told in advance. If you force him to do that, and if he doesn't understand, it gets very difficult. Like I understand that, like if someone tells me suddenly do that, if I don't understand, because we think Samin understand everything. That's wrong, because some of the words he probably get confused. Some of the words probably quite heavy for him. So we try to give him too many words, and then when he doesn't understand, we get frustrated. We said, why Samin doesn't understand that? Why Samin is not doing it? But that's wrong. We we how we behave, if we don't like something, we get angry, we act differently. We don't like it, we can say no, but Samin cannot say no. So because he cannot say no, he does it in a different way. So he will like show his leg, or will bang on the window or throw things. So we have to understand, we have to really explain to him properly that this is something we are going to do, and this is something how you need to react to that. So once he understands with the simple words, I think he behaves better. So yes, our children definitely need a better way of communications. Not too many words, but a simple words with a more like picture on that what he needs to do next. কি চাও? স্ন্যাক্স চাও নাকি কি চাও বলো? So for a year, he went to mainstream school. He went to nursery, and all the specialists had, they came to visit him. They wanted to see how he was doing, because we wanted to, him to mix with or play with more able children who has, more abilities. But unfortunately, it did not work. He used to bring the homework, like, handwriting, doing in numbers, or the word, but he never copied. He never really followed the instructions. So it did 1 year, and he never really mixed with any other children. He was like in his own world. So one point they came back to me and said we should start looking for the specialist school. So that time it did hit me quite bad, because I didn't want him to go to my specialist school. My husband, sat next to me, and he tried to explain, and all the specialists, the people are so supportive, I have to say. And the parents, they said, if it's not about me, most parents forget, it's not about what we think, what our dream is, it's about the child, how much the child can do it. So then I accepted. I thought about him, And I thought, let's do it. Let's send him to a specialist school. Yeah, definitely, it's a very different processing, they have a very different way of teaching children. They have the structure, they have the routine, and some loved it. Yeah, at one point, I realized that there won't be any academic side. He is not showing any interest. We tried handwriting, we tried the numbers. As a number, we tried how many people are there. Like Samin, go and get the plates or get the bowls. How many people are standing here? But he wasn't focusing. So many ways they have tried. They have taken him to shops to buy the food, to learn how to what the money is, how much its value is, and also going to bus. If you go to bus, how you need to buy a ticket. So it's a many ways. And they started taking him to road, crossing the road, the safety, and and when you see other people, what you have to see, how much boundaries. Like our children don't understand. They sometimes they will just touch, and if they don't like it, they if they have a bad habit of spitting or hitting or slapping, they will try to do this. So these are the things slowly they have taught Samin, the how much you can say, go close to a stranger. Even with me, I had to teach him that there is a boundaries, because it's all go from the home. If I don't teach my son the same thing what the school is teaching, then someone get confused. So the school was very cooperative. They have told me what they have taught him, and same way I started teaching him. So yes, and it helped him. And the thing is, Samin is very sensitive. He doesn't like to be confused. He doesn't like to be told off. He doesn't like to be, he understands if someone is respecting him or not. It's a very, we have to be very patient with him. We have to be patient. We have to show him the respect, because end of the day, he's a human being. I know his different ability. He probably not able to do many things, but he's a human being. He understands. He has the emotions.
Hi. Hello, Samin. Hello. How are you? Hello, darling. Oh, look. My favourite curry. How did Mum know it's my favourite curry?
They understand, these children also. It's not just about the academic. If a child does not have the ability of doing any study or like doing any educations, they have to try something different, like taking him to swimming, taking him to horse riding, and also they have played basketball. Someone has to have the visual, like understand that what is I'm doing, that what will happen next. So like with the basketball, it goes through the basket. So something like that. And they have taken him for shopping, and he's very good with the shopping. He knows how he has to behave. So I don't think I regret at all. I think it's some still very challenging, and it's all started more because Samin doesn't have anything to do at the moment. He has no daycare, and his college is stopped. So he's now more like back home. So he is with a carer. But I think going to specialist school, he learned so much. So I don't regret at all. people always think that it's the parents, it's the mom's fault. But I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky I did not have that kind of opinions or any kind of negative comments from my family. My husband was 100% supportive. He's still supporting us. And our life is all about Samin and how he's, safe and what he likes. That's how we plan our life, everyday activities. So I'm very lucky in that way. But I do see outside. I have faced it many ways. And I would say that not many people understand, and they try to isolate the family. And I've experienced that in many ways. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop loving my son. I believe that my son I will only mix with the people who understand my situation, my family situation, and my son's situation. I do not blame other people because it's also my responsibility to educate other people. Like if I don't have a cancer, I don't understand that the pain of that going through that cancer patient. So I always says to my daughter, who also very good with my son, she's like a second mother to him. So I always says, Mahima, we have to educate people. We have to tell them what, it's like I don't want to hide my son's situation. So I always, if strangers, a new person come to our house, first thing I do, my son has that problem, he's going to do that. So I explain to that person. And with the social, if someone doesn't like somewhere to go, or that person doesn't like someone, I don't take him. So it's not something we, we have to force to mix with other people. We can be happy in our own way. And there's a people out there who understand us, who really understand Samin very well. And I'm saying that, that majority people really understand our situation and they try to support us, friends, community, but it has to come from me. I have to tell them in advance. I have to educate them.
আরে তোমরা কি খবর আসো
Some people still knows what is the autism, how it affects, still they behave differently because they think that if I take some into mix with their children might have, will learn from something, something. So I think it's a lack of respect. How much I think, because there's a lot of things you can learn if you're interested. There's out there, we have got website, we have got books, but people don't want. I think it's a lack of like interest. People don't want to learn. So it's not like it's not there. It is there out there, especially in developed country. We have so much information that we can pass it to the other people. And I have tried to do all this training. It's not a training, it's the information that we exchange with each other. And I've seen that many people did not show any interest. They didn't want to learn. One thing, some parents said that, why do you have to learn it? So I think it's a human nature. I think it's individual. Recently, I resigned. I used to work full time, and I had to resign because I didn't have anyone to look after Samin. Yeah, my husband, he has to work, so one of us has to take the decision that who is going to be home to look after Samin. And so I decided, because he's the main person who provide us everything. So I thought, okay, it's fine, let's do that for, because Samin was behaving really badly. He was very aggressive. So that point I resigned. I don't regret, because I can see that how much he has improved since he sees me. And like I said, that our social life, our home life is all about like what Samin is happy, how Samin is happy. we don't do anything that does not make him happy. So it's like, it's surrounding him. That's the way we make plan. Like me and my husband, we don't go out as a couple that much. One of us has to, because we don't have family here. One of us has to look after Samin. We don't make that as a big issues, that why he's not coming with me, why don't we go out as a couple. If he wants to go out, he can go out. I can look after Samin. If I want to go out, I go out. He never stops me. He looks after Samin. But we make a plan. We make a plan that makes sure that Samin is safe. Samin is in a safe environment, in a happy environment. And I think more we do that, more we are settled in our life, because Samin is happy, we are happy. So it is sometimes hard with how the surrounding are. It's not always helpful, but I think it's, if I focus on Samins and we plan that way, I think it's not that hard as we think.
আসেন আসেন এই দেখো তোমরা কাকে নিয়ে এসেছি রানা ভাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম বসেন বসেন রানা ভাই বসেন এই দেখো কাকে নিয়ে এসেছি
আরে রূপাপা কি অবস্থা কেমন আছেন জানছো
কি ব্যাপার মিঠপা, আজকে দেখছি আপনি সবাইকে একসাথে করেছেন।
হ্যাঁ তাই তো
It's a rewarding, it's a peace when I see that, I could cry and get depressed, but I don't want to do that. What am I gaining by doing this? So I think that making myself happy is make him happy. So I look after myself. I look after, and I look after him. I look after my family, and we support each other. If I see anyone family with a special need, I understand. I straight away try to help them, because I know what I go through, and it's a huge emotions. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I'm always like happy. Yeah, I do have that phase that where I always try to hide myself and think that what will happen to Samin if anything happens to us. Yeah, this is a big questions that we love him so much. We can take his aggressive behavior, we can take his but we are very patient with him. Does out there people are going to be that much patience with him? Are they going to love him as much we do? Are they going to look after him? Yeah, it's a huge question. It's a heavy question for us.
Hey Samin, how are you?
Are you going to? No, don't do that. You've been say hello,
Okay, thank
Dr.
you so
Tamim.
much. Thank you.
Say hey. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy today. Eh? Isn't it very
happy?
nice? He's here.
It's a beautiful day,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
so nice. I know, it's good. Samin, don't. Samin is being silly. Give me that phone. Yeah. Are you good? Okay. I think all the sadness come from the family, say things that are not really appropriate. It doesn't know how painful that words are. I would say these parents that, just don't listen. I know it's easy for me to say. I've been through. That's the reason I can say it quite, strongly. I said, just ignore the negative people, ignore all the negative that you are surrounding. People are out there, some people are out there will understand this family. And it's all about this, because if I am not happy, if I don't look after myself, I cannot make my son happy, and I cannot make my son, so yeah, definitely I have to be happy for my son. And I think, it's not selfish. Some people says that if parents is, if parents has a special need, they're going out, they're looking after themselves, they're socializing, they're dressing up really nicely. Just don't listen all these people, don't listen rubbish, because we have right to do that. So we definitely have to look after ourselves first, because we need to look after this child. We need to charge our battery. Life is hard. I'm not going to say life is easy. Life is hard, but it's in my hand how much I can make the life easy. It's be happy, be strong, be patient,